Hello again, everybody. Welcome back to the part 4, final part of our trip to Mound State Park. Here we are in front of the sign that tells you a little bit about there was a railroad company years ago called the Union Traction Company. And I think it was just a nickel ride. What it did was it used to bring patrons to the Mounds amusement park, which ran from 1897 to 1929. And so, you see they had little trains for the kids, and that was really nice, and I guess it ended when the Great Depression hit. But for more information, you can always look that up, I guess. And then we're also we finally came out of the woods, and here it is, folks. Here's the great Native American mound, 250 BC. There's probably an informational piece up here on it. There's a little bit of an elevated walkway that leads to the mound. We'll film it so you get an idea. Yeah, they've got it fenced around. This way, people don't deteriorate environmentally, deteriorate the mound. So that's probably why they built this little elevated walkway too. Well, this is definitely it. We've definitely reached the right spot. So, the Great Mound, a community gathering place built over 2,000 years ago by the Native Americans here in this area, and it says was used by the Adena Hopewell people for over 300 years. It's one of the best preserved sites in the whole Ohio Valley. So, tells you a little bit about the history and whatnot, and we'll go ahead and film a little bit in here. As a matter of fact, why don't I tell you what, yep, that's a bench that says Great Mound. We can walk around the mound this way, and then when this group of people is finished, we can walk over here. So, because I don't know how good, here, you want me to walk with it around the mound? I'll be right back. But you can see they have it fenced in, and you could see the elevated incline in the earth that I guess they built up. It said over about a 300-year period. And they do have a central walkway that kind of puts you into the center of the mound. They just have this fence because they don't want people trotting all over it, causing more erosion. Because there's probably, I'm sure, some natural erosion over time. I'm sure over the last couple of thousand years, it may have even been higher, actually. And then I guess this is a separate one over here. You can see the little sort of trench work around it, and this one's called Fiddleback Mound. So it says there's several hundred of these Native American earthworks between Indiana and Ohio, and only 5 is known to have a figure 8 shape. So the Great Mound on this side, and then this smaller Fiddleback Mound. But I see the one big thing they're always distinguished by, you can quickly see the sort of trench work that they dug out around a slightly elevated area of ground. They may have added a little bit to it also to further make a rise on it. So back to this side, Great Mound still enclosed by walking around the fence. Like I say, you can't really see down into it too well. So that's why they have that little central area. And there was a group of people on there filming it. So we'll try to swing back around there. So so that everybody gets a little bit better look of inside, because they've got this whole Great Mound area fenced off. But there is a little dirt trail that kind of leads or gives you the ability to walk around the mound on the outside of the fence. And then there's other trails, of course, walking trails that shoot off to the side, deeper into the woods. Now the question I would have would be, were these trees that are kind of inside and on the mound rise itself, were they naturally here? Or I would say probably not, because I'm sure these trees, although they're probably old, they're certainly not over 2,000 plus years old. So I guess it was completely clear at that time, the mound. So these trees up here at the edge of the mound, they probably just naturally seeded themselves. They'd be about, yeah, they look anywhere maybe from about 60 to possibly 80 or even 100 maybe years old, but that probably is about it. Not even sure if they're quite that old. But anyway, I think that group is pretty much done. And I think we'll go over there. So here we go, folks. We're going right up the central walkway. This way you get a much better view. Once again, you can see the trench formation dug around the central land mass. See, they've actually even had to cut a few of these larger trees down, maybe because they wanted to get a better view of the mound itself. Here we are. This is in the towards the middle of the mound, or a quarter of the way, I'd say, to the other edge of the trench. And so that's it, basically. And if you want to find out any more about the history behind it, or the ceremonial uses that the Native Americans had for it, you can look all that good information up. Anyway, I think we'll just about close it so you can see the other. There you go, there's the other end, and there's Alma down there, and we'll just wave to her. All right. And thank you again for looking at all the different parts, and please give us a thumbs up, a like, and really appreciate it to subscribe, and let's build up the membership of the channel. We'll be going a lot of different places this summer. This is essentially our second season, and or well, really kind of the beginning of the third, and we'll see you in the next one. Thanks. Bye.